There you go. Hello, welcome to the 72 podcast. I don't even know what I'm going to say at the start. Welcome to the 72 podcast. Is that I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the 72 podcast. Joined as ever by our controversial Twitter admin, Adam Reek. How are we doing?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. We've had a bit of heat on Twitter this week, haven't we? A few fans that we won't name for reasons, but yeah, a bit of heat on Twitter. But that's what happens when you got 50k followers, isn't it?
It is. It's, I don't even think it was a bad tweet. I was literally just sat on the train, and I think I put sat on a train, bunch of lads talking about politics. Why? Just talk about football. Within about 20 minutes, I think there was 30 quote tweets, 30 comments. Got 50 likes, to be fair. So more people.
I mean, I knew it was a joke, but people are so quick to judge on Twitter, aren't they? I'm just seeing if I can find the tweet now, unless it's deleted.
I mean, if you're sitting on the train with your mates, just talk about football.
I know I've had that before when I've been in a like a pub in London, and you can overhear these people talking about politics, and the kind of people that do are always the people that want to be the loudest and the most heard in the room, aren't they? So it just drowns out whatever you're talking about.
But the funny thing is, the day after, I put a tweet on saying, sat on a train, listened to a bunch of lads talk about football. Why? Just talk about politics. No backlash. Yeah. Why? Why is it just because you're allowed to talk about politics but not football? It's strange. Just the quote tweets were strange, saying weird to take. I got called a paedophile.
Oh my god! People have got no filter online, have they? So it's always the Twitter accounts as well with kind of a random picture. They're the ones that are kind of the experts in journalism and all that. Because I get it all the time. It's these random accounts, anonymous accounts saying, "Oh, why do you do this? Like, call this journalism? It's just lazy journalism."
Like Salah season on like Mane and Momentum and stuff.
Yeah, just people with these dud accounts just going for us constantly. But you know, when you're the best EFL website in the world, people are going to want to knock you down, aren't they? It's part and parcel of it. But anyway, this
because they hate us.
Because they're constantly hating us. Exactly. Where are we? So today we're just going to kind of see where the conversation goes. Kind of run out of ideas of different videos to do by now, but yeah, a few things on the agenda, and if we want, we'll get into some football talk. So I guess a big talking point in the Championship at the moment is Mark Warburton at QPR under fire, looks to be on the verge of being sacked after last night's 1-0 defeat away at Sheffield United. I kind of feel sorry for him. Look at this picture of him below. That's from last night, and there's just something about Mark Warburton. He takes so much flack, but he gives it back as well. He's hit out at people who have criticised him this season and in seasons before, and he just looks defeated, doesn't he? He looks like a man who kind of knows he's on his way out. But what do you make of Mark Warburton's job? Do you think it's right for fans to be so on his case, even though QPR still sat in the top 10?
I mean, they have absolutely fell off, haven't they? Yeah. They were flying at the top. They were like third, fourth all season, because you had obviously Fulham, Bournemouth, and then QPR, Blackburn seemed to be the obvious third and fourth. And to be fair, I haven't pulled up the exact numbers, but they must have won about 2 games in the last 15 or something silly like that. Maybe it's about 2 games and 2 wins in 12.
So you look at the form table. QPR are rock bottom of the form table for the last 5 games. Rock bottom.
Last how many?
For the last 5 games, that is. I think you can change it to 10.
Yeah, they've lost
the last 10 games. They're 23rd. Last 15 games.
You've got like Charlie Austin going online defending the team, and it's like, get off Twitter, Charlie, and just start scoring goals instead.
Yeah, Charlie Austin's not had a great season. I think everyone loves him at QPR. He's been such a great player for the club. But even when QPR re-signed him permanently last summer, I thought like he's not got it anymore. Like, yeah, he scored a few important goals last season, but you could tell that this time round it was going to tail off a bit for him, and it has. Like QPR, their top scorer, they've got 3 who've all scored 8 in the Championship this season: Andre Gray, Lyndon Dykes, and Ilias Chair. But they've just been so poor in recent weeks. A team that have always been so like prolific in attack under Warburton and just struggling to score goals. I saw a stat on Twitter. They've managed a shot on target every 72 minutes in their last 4 or 5 games, which is just shocking, you know. That defeat at home to Peterborough is just pretty embarrassing for them, but it's not over yet, is it? Only 3 points outside the top 6.
I know, but they've played. Middlesbrough is going to take that to about 5 points off the top 6 when they win their games in hand. So, and the form QPR's in, you know, they don't have an easy run in either. They've still got to play Sheffield United, Huddersfield. But to be fair, if they beat Sheffield United, though, then it's a 6-pointer. But for me, they'd have to win 5 of the last 6 games, or 4 of the. They'd probably have to take 13 points from the last 6 games to stand a chance, and that includes beating Sheffield United. And I just don't think they're going to do it. I mean, even Sheffield United are probably going to get pushed out by Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, it's really difficult to look at it because I've looked at his Championship table so much all season, and it's still just impossible to predict. Like, Nottingham Forest will, and I'll literally bet like the house that I don't own on this. Nottingham Forest will get top 6 this season. They've got 3 games in hand. They're the best team, aside from Fulham in the Championship, I think. But Blackburn, no, I don't think they will. I think one of Huddersfield or Sheffield United will drop out of the top 6 this season.
Even probably, I don't know. I feel as if Luton might. They've got Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest, and Fulham still to play. Now, if do you know what it is? It's hard to call. You can't do it by how many points there's to play for. You can't do it by how many points there's left. It's all down to what happens in those 6-pointers.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Luton won last night. I've just seen they drew. Johnson Clark-Harris, 87th minute, scoring for Peterborough. So, I don't know. Peterborough drawing against Luton, beating QPR. They're still, after Redden's win last night, 10 points adrift in the Championship. I think they might even struggle in League One next season, Peterborough. But Championship, yeah, bottom 3's pretty much decided itself. Swansea City coming good last night.
Yeah,
big win away.
You could get me talking for hours about Swansea and Russell Martin, but
they're good, aren't they? Just looking at their recent form, 4 unbeaten. And they've conceded twice in those 4 games, 3 clean sheets. So I really think, these last, 6 games will define a team season next time round. You look at Swansea, if they continue this form for the rest of the season, they might go into next season as the best form side in the Championship. And how often have we seen like teams tail off in the second half of the season, and then the following season they're really struggling as well? So,
well, I'm waiting for this season to finish because, as I've said all along, if Russell Martin can come in, get them about 14th to 16th, and then this season, if they can win. Let me sort it out. Another 3 hours later, little video. I said all season, finish 14th to 16th this year, and then next year playoffs. And I can't wait for the season to finish so that I can start making my little ACCA for next year, because I'll definitely have Swansea in the playoffs, and you'll probably get about 5-1 for that.
5-1. You're offering them odds on Swansea to go top 6 next season? I'd say
5-1, 4-1.
I'm looking at Championship table. I can't think of a team outside of the top 6 other than Forest who look better than Swansea at the moment. So I don't know. It's so difficult to predict like the Championship and League One tables. Like every season you've got new teams coming in. The Premier League clubs coming down next season. Norwich, Burnley, Watford, it looks like. At one point we could have had Newcastle, Leeds and Everton, which for the 72 would have been unreal. The amount of views they would have brought in, but it's the usual suspects in it: Burnley, Norwich, Watford. I'm not looking forward to covering any of those teams next season because they're just boring. Burnley as well. Like I'm almost dreading the fact that I'm going to have to cover Burnley next season because it's just an absolute graveyard of a team, isn't it? They're not going to have Sean Dyche in charge next season, I don't think, anyway.
Do you think he'll get a Premier League move again?
I don't know. I don't even know if he warrants a Premier League move. Like, is he like good enough to be in the Premier League?
He'll go to a side that's trying to stay up, definitely.
He's got a kind of well, he's been at Burnley so long and he's made Burnley in such like the team they are that where else could you see Sean Dyche fitting in at Burnley?
You couldn't.
Like, he's such a Burnley manager. I mean,
I'm gonna have to let him out. He keeps barking at the door.
3 hours later.
Oh, he's a pain.
I am just looking on Twitter, a few notifications about Kieran Trippier. Went to a Sam Fender concert last night, and from the looks of it, he's just got the crowd riled up. Banging about Newcastle. Sam Fender at this concert he did.
Yeah, have you seen my personal tweet?
Yeah, I think I did. I've done quite well on it.
It depends what well means. It's got 600 likes, but it's got 109 quote tweets and 102 comments.
It's just cringe, isn't it? Like,
what have we got to do with it? What have Sunderland got to do with you going to watch Sam Fender?
It's just like when people like go on nights out, like in smoking areas, and they're all chanting like Yorkshire, Sheffield Wednesday, whatever. It's just so cringe, man, isn't it?
It's appalling. I've just turned my notifications off for that one.
Well, yeah, maybe the last tweet or no one notification just popped up. Someone saying Sunderland fan, I guess, on Twitter. Are you a Sunderland fan? I didn't know.
I don't know.
Elsewhere in the Championship and League One, what have we got? Rotherham United winning the Pizza Cup last weekend. I didn't watch the game. It looked pretty good though. I checked and Sutton United were winning, then Rotherham United came back before full time and then an extra time. It's a pretty, I don't know. I just seeing pictures of Rotherham and Sutton not even half filling Wembley. Like, I almost feel sorry for them. 30,000 was it?
30,000 for the final. There was more fans at our game against. I can't mention Sunderland's attendances though, can we?
No,
because
we can't.
Fans piling in on us.
They should have held it at a different venue, shouldn't they? Sutton, they're near London, aren't they? Near London base. But it's
just a park. Just play it in the park.
Play it down the wreck, should they?
Yeah.
Just somewhere like
goals. Just put goals.
So somewhere like Molineux, like a 40,000 stadium. It surely would have made for a better atmosphere than being at Wembley and just no one being able to hear each other because it's so.
But then, the players, the prize at the start of the season is Wembley, and it's for them. They've deserved their chance to play at Wembley, really, haven't they?
Yeah, that's a fair point. It would have been like a crazy day for those players. Seeing them Sutton United players, they only got promoted from the National League last season, didn't they? And now exactly. Playing at Wembley. So I guess the old Johnston's Paint Trophy has its perks, doesn't it? But it's just difficult to see the point of it anymore when you've got the FA Cup and the League Cup as well. So,
well, like I said earlier, we won it last season, and I haven't thought about it once. We were there 2 years prior to it when we played Pompey, got beat, and I'll be honest with you, I was thinking this has been an unbelievable weekend. You sit like we all went to Trafalgar Square, Covent Garden. We had a mint time, but I don't want the first time I see Sunderland to lift a trophy at Wembley to be this. So I'm not bothered. Like I say, good weekend, but I wasn't bothered in the slightest about the game.
Was that Lee Johnson's first and only ever trophy as a manager?
That was last season, correct?
Yeah. I wonder where he'll end up. Lee Johnson. He'll probably get a.
He'll get a championship team, I think.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, he held his own at Sunderland. I'd like to see him back in management because he's a character, isn't he? Like,
Definitely deserves a championship job, I think.
Yeah, like if you like him or dislike him, he's entertaining to watch. In his,
Did you see him on Soccer AM?
I haven't seen him on Soccer AM.
You know, he hit a top bin.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I see if that's on Twitter somewhere? Lee Johnson top bin. Did you see
Soccer AM?
Who hit a top bin the other day? I think it was the other week. It was Wayne Routledge on Soccer AM.
Lee Johnson doubled his penalty money as well, put a top corner.
Did he really? He used
he's
to be a
player.
player anyway, didn't he? I think he was like a Football League player back in the day. I've not found it. Should have a look on YouTube. Streaky Johnson, as he's known, isn't he? I've had a run-in with Lee Johnson in the past, which I've told you about. But
yeah, I remember saying.
I won't disclose any more about that. Lee Johnson on Soccer AM.
You have the power to change the world, or just change the size of it.
When was this then? 5th of April. I've stopped watching Soccer AM since.
Mate needs 99% UK coverage.
Right, can you hear me?
Right.
Yeah, I stopped watching Soccer AM a long time ago because the tubes. I just cannot stand tubes or fans like that.
What are you going after tubes for?
Well, just like no like gripe of him, but if I ever see like a Soccer AM video on YouTube and it'll look like really cool, like that Declan Rice one he did, well, I'd watch that, but Tubes is in it, so I can't be asked to watch it because he just does my head in.
What about Fenners? Did you say you don't like Fenners?
I don't mind Fenners that much. It's just not the same as back in the day, like Tim Lovejoy, Helen Chamberlain, and then even was it Max Rushton after them?
Mm-hmm. And he was. What was that thing they done? With the girls came out in the football tops. Great age.
You won't get that today, would you?
No.
Here we go. One sec. I'm just going to screen share with you. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good luck, Lee. On my whistle in 3, 2, 1. Nice.
You didn't score a single one, I don't think. I'm sure the keeper was unbelievable.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm saying, he didn't score a single one. The keeper was unbelievable.
Who have they got in goal? Is that Lee Virgin?
It's this TikToker, I think. I saw his. Look, that's it.
Is it Cal the Dragon? Do you think managers like knock about in training, just playing like as much football as they can? And that's why Lee Johnson's like clearly still got
some managers.
Isn't it?
You can imagine some managers. I can't imagine Neil Warnock running about.
No. When was this top bin coming in?
It wasn't in this. It was in something else. I'm gonna have to find it now because I'm just absolutely lying.
No sneaky feeds here, no stitch up feeds. That's 60 seconds.
Johnson, top bin.
All right, on my whistle, Jimmy. 3, 2, 1.
Oh wait, I'm watching Jimmy Bollard.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm sure he hit top bin. I'm sure I saw it on Twitter.
I don't know if you're lying to me, mate. You're just saying things for clicks now, aren't you?
I can't find it. Lee Johnson. Oh, it might be the. No, it's not that one. I'm not sure. I don't think it's happened.
Do you watch Soccer AM every week, though?
Do I what?
Do you watch Soccer AM every week? Or?
I don't think I've watched it for about 8 years. even when here I've got the video. Light work from Lee Johnson. Yeah. Even when I was younger and it was better, I still wasn't bothered. How long was it on for? An hour? I just felt it was a waste of time watching it.
It was on for like 2 hours in the morning, wasn't it? I used to love it when they did. Do you remember they used to do crossbar challenge? and all the players would like run up to the camera and be like, Luke Phelps, midfielder, and then turn it back and like send it to the crossbar. Like I just thought it was quality back in the day, but yeah, they've got things like what's that thing
they're doing nickname as well.
You what? Sorry,
AKA. They say like blah blah AKA nickname.
I remember the Lincoln City one back in the day, and that was like that was when Lincoln were pretty rubbish, and like everyone just loved it. But football TV
Skill
now,
School as well.
Sorry,
Skill School.
That was with the unbelievable Techers guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Some Techers are good.
Yeah,
some Techers are bad. Well, some
I've
guys they come with unbelievable Techers.
I've got one. I've got a program for you.
Wayne Rooney Skill School.
Wayne Rooney Street Striker. Back in the day.
That's it.
13 years ago, this program was
just used to rock up in jeans and T90s.
Look at him. Do you remember him on Dirty Sanchez as well?
Dirty Sanchez
on that T90 advert. They had they were those guys who were the pain men on Balls of Steel, and they just used to go around knocking about with footballers, and they were kind of like a British version of Jackass. And I remember they did one with Gattuso as well. Gattuso. It was just like the strangest thing, but shall I just play a clip of it?
I've never watched that.
Never heard of Dirty Sanchez?
No.
I'll go on, I'll play you quick. Oh, don't look at that too long. Dirty Sanchez with Wayne Rooney back in the day.
Is Dirty Sanchez a person like?
No, it's a group kind of like Jackass. I think they're all Welsh or something. But yeah, 2007. This was like
6 million likes
when Channel 4 kind of got their like watershed reputation. I think like anything after 9 o'clock was just sort of allowed. And Dirty Sanchez, they were on Balls of Steel as well, and they used to do this kind of thing. I'll turn the sound up.
What's happening, bro? How you doing, man? No way, man. All right, Wayne? How you doing? Listen, Wayne, we're on a tour to find the world's most deadly, accurate football player in the universe.
Basically, they're just making do all these kind of challenges.
We're going to get done for copyright there.
Yeah, no one watches this anyway, man.
Never seen this ever.
You know?
No.
Give it a proper watch when you get a second. Actually, Dirty Sanchez, he used to do all kinds of things, but it's pretty iconic from that kind of era. The kind of era I've just thought about when they had that Jogger Bonito advert with Ronaldinho hitting the crossbar and then getting it back.
Yeah, that was edited though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we found out like 10
no
years
one
later.
knew it. No one, because editing wasn't a thing back then. Didn't everyone think it was real?
Yeah, I thought it was real for about 10 years. I think only like in the last few years it got kind of accepted that it was all fake, but I wish I never found out, to be honest. I liked believing that it was real.
Ronaldinho, what a player.
Yeah. Best
He hasn't been in the EFL.
Oh, Ronaldinho. Who's he got pictured with that the other week? That kid who was on TikTok. He got TikTok famous. And got signed by
that Eseba.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
what did he even say?
I don't know. I don't know much about him. I just know he's gone viral on TikTok for playing like football.
Mm-hmm. He just has a shot and celebrates the camera by saying Eseba.
It's mad, isn't it? Everyone's getting on that kind of bandwagon though, but
all from social media.
So yeah, it's crazy how that happens. Just on the topic of football kind of adverts, what's your most memorable favourite football advert of all time?
I know what yours is. I'll play with one.
Yeah.
I don't think have I got one? I can't think of one. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's that Rodri Giggs one for Paddy Power.
I can't think of that one. Is that quite recent?
The last probably 3-4 years. It was to do with Rodri, obviously Ryan Giggs' brother. And it was like come to Paddy Power, like we won't cheat and stuff like that. It was just all hitting on obviously what happened.
I think that rings a kind of bell. Yeah, I was thinking. The only recent one I could think of that was any good was when Ronaldo was in it. It was a Nike advert, and he clashed into that guy in the crowd, and then abilities, and then that was cool. I remember the was it Euro 2004 when they had Luis Figo and Ronaldinho and Cristiano Ronaldo putting it through everyone's legs, and they were like "Olé" when they put it through the legs. Like,
I think I put a tweet on about that. It's how awful football adverts are now because of sponsorship deals. Because the likes of Luis Figo and Ronaldinho, they could do all that. Now it's probably against the sponsor there'll be something like you can't have Messi and Ronaldo in the same video or something daft like that.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Adidas mix and all.
I seen a tweet just before we started this video. I don't know if it's true. It's got to be rubbish. But FIFA want to make the games at the World Cup in Qatar 100 minutes long, so that they can have they can play it in like quarters and then put a load of more adverts in between, because they'll probably use like water breaks, won't they? Yeah, and then they'll use those water breaks as a chance to kind of show adverts. I mean, it's just not the same, is it?
This World Cup's going to be the worst in history.
I don't know. Like, I'll still watch it.
Actually, I need to get onto you about something to do with the World Cup after. An idea that maybe the 72 budget can. The 72's vast budget for these kind of things. Honestly, it's a moneymaker. It is a moneymaker.
Well, I don't know if you know this. I know our viewers won't know if they're still watching. 27 minutes into this episode, we are getting a new theme put into the site. If you look at our homepage now, it is quite ugly. It's very kind of clumpy. I'll just share the screen for a sec. It's a bit unorganized. It's a bit not that great, but we are getting a new theme put in, which is going to make it a state-of-the-art EFL website. The first of its time.
So bad, isn't it? The amount of adverts.
Yeah, the adverts are bad, but look at the layout. But yeah, we are getting a new theme put in there, which is going to help us keep progressing. We've progressed a lot in the last kind of 2 years now, becoming, the biggest and best EFL website out there. So we'll keep that going for sure. But if there's anything else you wanted to talk about, fire ahead, because I think I'm all out of ideas for this past week. Not been a lot happening, has there?
Covered a lot. There's not much has really happened, really. I'm looking forward in a few weeks' time, once the especially end of season, when we can talk about that.
Do some playoff predictions when the transfer window opens up again as well. I keep seeing people saying that the transfer market's crashed, like in over the past couple of years since COVID, and I think that's true, because I was looking back at the stories we were doing this time last year, and even then there were a lot more than what we're doing now. There's just no teams doing anything at the moment. So I think we'll call it there for this episode of the 72 podcast. A bit of a new format. If you've enjoyed it, let us know. Give us a like, subscribe, and keep up to date with all the EFL news on the 72.co.uk.